Well, it only seems like 5 minutes since we were here before. In fact, it's only been a couple of months. GB now undergoing their final training session before flying to the World Championship Division 1B in Zagreb. They're going through their paces behind me. The next training session they will have will be on the ice in Zagreb. It's been a good few weeks for GB. They met a week last Wednesday. They then had a 28-man squad getting together for those two Poland games. And what cracking games they were. One at the NIC, one late in overtime by Poland. And then Ben O'Connor scored the overtime winner here in Coventry as GB won by 3-2. That 28-man squad was then cut to 23. And they're the guys you can see behind me getting ready, as I say, in that final training session. It is World Championship 1B. One goes up to 1A. GB came so close last year with the silver medal in Eindhoven. It all gets underway on Sunday against Croatia. And then it is Estonia, Lithuania, Romania, and then Ukraine on the final day. So much hockey to get through and so many exciting times lay ahead, I'm sure. Well, let's preview the tournament now. In a moment, we'll speak to a couple of players. But first, the head coach, Pete Russell. Well, Pete, your last training session in the UK before going to Croatia. In terms of your whole preparation, how's it gone?
Yeah, I think it's been good. We got to get everything we had to get through, and the games were great at the weekend. We got everybody fit and healthy. We got the team we wanted. And guys seem happy. I think that's the best thing.
Oh, the Stephen Murphy putting out, you've got everyone in the squad who could be. You had a fully fit roster to choose from. That's almost unknown as a head coach.
Yeah, definitely. And there was a lot of decisions we had to make. And when you see is the Poland games at the weekend, and then this week we know we made the right decisions.
How were the Poland games? You mentioned they were good games, but did you take a lot from them in terms of what you see in your roster and what you want from them?
We've done a lot of good things and we've done a lot of bad things as well, so we learned from it. We got a lot of video. Chuck's been great in the video. It's really helped us. And so that's
Who's that one?
It's that Robert Dowd, isn't it?
Well, you better not say too many nice things about him.
Do you know what?
But Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck, a lot of video. We sat and cut a lot, and we picked a lot of things up with Tommy as well. And you know what? We're getting better every day. I think we're going here feeling good. We're short 1 goal away last year, and we don't want to be 1 goal away this year.
How important is team spirit in such a short period of time?
Massive. The camaraderie of this team and the spirit gives them that extra edge, and we've got that. And they're up for it. They're excited to get going now. I think today was a little flat at training at times because I think they want to play now.
What do you have to do, though, in this tournament to be successful?
Win.
What a great answer, but what in particular?
We've
what
got
areas?
to stay out the penalty box. We've got to be disciplined defensively, and we've got to take our chances to get the team that we wanted. And we get a bunch of guys who want to play for each other, and we think we've got the right team and with the right depth this time. I think in Italy we're a little bit short. We had all the pull-outs and we never had the balance. I think we get balance this time. There's going to be some great games, and we're really looking forward to it.
I think they believe as well, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
What about Croatia, that your first game? Is it good in a way that you're going to have that massive cauldron of noise first off, something to really get you buzzing?
Yeah, the first game's, whoever you play, the first game's always hard, and you're going to play the home nation. That's awesome. The fans will be in there. It'll be a hot atmosphere. I think we just have to be disciplined. Whenever we do, we need to keep our emotions, and I think we showed against Poland at the weekend in the second period when they got gritty that we were more controlled this year, because last year in those games we retaliated and got involved and we never done it. So if we stay out the box, we look good in the PP just now. I know it's only practice, but I'm sure in this small ice, if we look good and we get to the big ice, it's going to give us more space. I think we looked good 5-5 the other night. We made some mistakes, but I think we've got better. And I think this Sunday, I don't think anybody should doubt how good Poland are.
On Ice Hockey UK TV, in association with McDonald's, we're now joined by GB netminder Ben Bowns. Ben, you've now been on a number of GB trips in terms of preparation. Feels like this is one of the best, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We've had a good solid 2-week camp, a couple of days off in between those two games against Poland. Obviously we had Olympic qualifiers as well, so that's an extra little bit of preparation. But yeah, it's definitely, whether it's gone so far, it's the best camp that I've been to for a while.
How much can you learn or be motivated by coming so close last year? I hate to remind you about the silver medal. It was such an anticlimax, wasn't it, there at the end? Do you think you can kind of take inspiration from the kind of hurt of last year and take it into this year?
Yeah, I think we have to obviously not dwell on last year, but at least let it burn a little bit and remind ourselves what it felt like on that last game. Because I've never been so depressed in my life after we lost that one, and It were one of the worst feelings of my life ever, and it probably still is. It's one of the worst things I've ever experienced. But yeah, we have to obviously, like I say, we can't dwell on that fact, and we can't let it play on our minds that we came so close and we could be in that group above, and maybe even we deserve to be in that group above. But at the end of the day, we didn't get it done last year. We have to learn from those lessons. Maybe look after our bodies a little bit better. I think we just burnt out last year, and that were it. But this year, yeah, manage yourselves better, manage your time better, look after yourselves better, like I just said, and yeah, definitely use that as a bit of motivation to try and get that job done this year.
Is it hard to kind of think about 5 games in 7 days? Obviously, it's every time you play a World Championship, it's a big run of games. But what's the key to staying fit and staying sort of mentally prepared?
It might sound daft, but it's just getting away from it. So on your downtime, just forget about hockey. You gotta just switch off from it, kind of thing. It's if you dwell on hockey, I mean, for me as a goalie as well, like if I dwell on a bad goal or something that happened, or I think, I should have made a play there, I should have rimmed a puck, should have stopped a puck, shouldn't have conceded a goal like that. And if I take that back to my hotel room and dwell on it, then your mind never switches off, and then you lose sleep over it and little daft things like that. And so yeah, like I say, we got to play his games, or we got to go and train, come back to the hotel and just switch off, and that's it. Just relax.
You got a strong set of guys this year, apart from Stephen Murphy putting out as a late change and Steve Lau came in. There's no injuries. Quite often at tournaments, there's a couple of late changes. There was for the Olympic qualifiers, but this is a very strong roster.
Yeah, touch wood.
Yeah.
Touch wood, no one goes down. But yeah, I think this is probably the strongest roster I've been a part of since I've actually took over in net. With obviously Murphy were ill that first year, and then obviously last year we went here and we had Clarkey out and a few other guys, and Cortina we had a few guys drop out last minute. But yeah, this is definitely the strongest roster that I've been a part of.
And just thinking about the teams in the group, we know that anyone can beat anyone at this level, but your biggest threats are probably Croatia and Ukraine. Is that fair?
Yeah, but even Lithuania as well. They have that. Is it Mansamolis, the goalie, I think he's just signed with the Sharks in the NHL, and he's one of those goalies that, unless you break him down, is going to just keep you out like he did to us last year. So, I mean, we haven't beat Lithuania for 2 years, and we should be beating teams like that. Yeah, Croatia definitely. We don't know how many imports they're going to take. We don't know if it's going to be a full team or there's going to be none at all. So we'll find that out when we get there. But obviously that's that first game, so it's kind of hard because there'll be no scouting on that. And then yeah, Ukraine have dropped down, and we know Ukraine are good. They're going to be tough.
Ben, final training session before we go to Croatia. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. Just fine-tuning things really. Just working on the power play, penalty kill, and just tweaking a few things from what we thought we needed to improve on for the games against Poland.
Are these just little things, like the little things on the ice you're fine-tuning now? Do they become big things on the ice for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we don't get very long before we have to go away, and I think the added help was the Italy tournament, the Olympic qualifiers. That helped us out a lot. So we got a pretty good read of where we're at as a team right now, and I mean, I don't think we need to change a whole lot. Just like I said again, just fine-tune a couple of things what we thought we need to work on. I mean, Poland are a very good team, and we took them to overtime twice and got the win. And and they got bronze medal in the group above last year, and they were playing their full team almost. So we've got to take away a lot of positives and go into the tournament with our heads held high.
Where do you think GB are as a nation at the moment?
Well, we're not where we want to be. I mean, everyone knows we are 1 goal away from going up last year in a gold medal. So I think our goal as a team this year is to take that one step further and take the gold medal and move up in a group and be playing with the bigger nations to aspire to get to Pool A.
It's a question, and it's an answer really Ben Bowns gave, and I kind of pushed him on it. Mm-hmm. But do you take, not inspiration, but the hurt maybe you had last year, will that motivate you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime you get any negative or, you got to take that on board and you learn from that. And, that fire is going to be burning with us all of how that felt after that game of being so close and not getting that gold medal. So we are going to be taking that in to this tournament and using it as a bit of inspiration, and because no one wants to have that feeling again. I know I don't, that's for sure.
I think what GB have shown over the last year or so is you can compete with those nations which are playing at a higher level. You beat Korea last year, you beat Poland here in overtime, you beat them twice last year, so you know you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in years past I've been a part of the program where we let in a goal or two and then it's 3 or 4 or 5. Now we let in a goal and that's one, and we stop and we compose ourselves and we get right back to work. I mean, you look at the Croatia game last year and we fought back, and you know, the Korea game we fought back. We have that attitude right now, that never say die attitude. It doesn't matter. I mean, Richie scored last year against Croatia with 5 seconds left, not even, and then we score in the first 10 seconds of overtime. I mean, we just don't have that. We don't have the guys on the team that are going to give up. We were going to fight until the last game of the last minute, and that's what you want from the player sitting next to you. That's all you can ask for.
And does that also come down to kind of leadership qualities? Because you've got your captains, you've got your 2 assistants, but there is a core of experience and guys with leadership qualities.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got a mixture. You've got some old guys on the team. I won't mention any names, Jono, Weaves, Ash, but you know, you've got those old guys, you know, Clarky, they've all been here, they've done it before. But you've got the young guys coming through who are pushing them, you know, and they're pushing us, and it's good to compete every day in practice, and we push each other, and you know, we all stick together, and we're a tight unit. When you come away to these things, it's unbelievable how close-knit we all are, and you know, how much we hang around with each other. There's not little cliques, everyone's together, and that's what you need, and that's why we fight for each other out on the ice.
So that's the preparation in the UK, all done and dusted. GB will now go to Heathrow and they will fly to Zagreb, ready for their first action. There's going to be a few training sessions on ice in Zagreb before the first game, which is against host Croatia on Sunday. Sure to be a packed building, and there's so many ways you can follow GB ice hockey over the next few days, not least when the games are on, because they're going to be on Premier Sports with Aaron Murphy and Paul Ailey, and on the BBC online, and some of the games on BBC 5 Live Sports Extra as well, that with Seth Bennett. And of course, while the tournament's going on, you can follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. We've got every angle covered, and of course, Ice Hockey UK TV, in association with McDonald's, will be bringing you lots of pieces throughout the week, certainly behind the scenes, and plenty of footage of the games. It's a place where you'll see everything from interviews, from action, from match footage. We'll certainly have it all for you in the coming week or so. Next time we'll see you, it will be in Croatia. Thanks for joining us on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with McDonald's.